and I think that this is a big issue in the country, is that we are not really a highly educated country. Because anytime you vote against your own self interest, there is something fundamentally flawed with that.
Amen.
Because I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
agree. Yeah.
I am no rocket scientist. I am no bright person who has a great understanding of world events or worldly things. But I can understand the simple thing of when you vote, you're voting for rights and resources. That's
Absolutely.
what you're voting for.
Yeah.
You're voting for rights, meaning you're voting for the right to be able to vote, to live your life, to work, to have a family, to be married. You're voting for all those rights. You're voting for the right to live your life accordingly.
Mm.
And then you're also voting for resources. So you're voting for things to help you live your life. Lowering gas prices and lowering food prices and providing support to people that need the support to get them through. Like those are the things that you're voting for. You're voting for rights and resources. And if you can't understand that, if you're so caught up that you're voting for a party or for a person, then you have totally missed the fucking boat.
And you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
But I'm
Th
not
there
gonna
should be
I can't
there should be a an exam we have to take to
But I
be
can't
able to
do
do that.
that though.
I know.
But because everybody has to that's supposed to be everybody's right. Like here's the thing, and look, here's the thing though. But here's the thing though, Tom. Here's the thing. So people voted, right? And you vote the way you want to vote. So here's the thing. I don't care if you vote and you vote the way you vote. I mean, but here's the thing though. Reap what you sow. You got to deal with the consequence because now you putting all and so I don't want to hear you bitch now. You can't
Now,
complain.
let's think about
You
this
can't
though.
complain.
Now that he's redistricting and redrawing the lines to suit his own party needs, does that number go up? Because now do we get people going, well, my vote isn't going to count anyway? Because people say, I hear that a lot.
Well, I don't know. And so that to me, this is where the Democrats fail. Is because it's up to you guys to get in and knock on doors and talk to people. It's up to you to really get out there. So my issue is you just can't expect people to see this and be like, "Oh, this is horrible. I want to change something." No, you
Yeah.
have to go and
I
like
think they,
Joe Madison used to always say, "You got to put it where the goats can get it." So you got to put
yeah,
it
yeah.
in an area
That's what
like.
Obama did,
So let me tell
right?
you something.
With the grassroots
Exactly,
and going out, and that's really how he conjured that up
because let
and
me tell you this.
mobilized those people to get the votes. You're right. Yeah.
So I work in healthcare. And so, you know how when people come to the hospital and they're discharged, and we have paperwork for them to read when they get home. You know how they have paperwork to go over like what you came in for, what we did, those types of things. That's written in the sixth grade education. It's written to a sixth grade level because it needs to be able to cover either people who are above that level, people
Mhm,
who are at that level, and then
mhm,
people who are below that level. But a lot of people hover right at that level. So that just tells you what
mm,
we're doing. And look, I'm not
mm.
saying this. I'm not saying these things to be insulting. That's not what I'm saying.
Not at all.
But I'm saying these
It's
things
the truth.
to say that there's something wrong fundamentally with how our country is educating people, with how our country is doing, you know, trying to do. But here's the thing, and I can say that that's the case. But fundamentally, like who we are is what we've been shown right now. Like that's who we've been. But what's happened is we've had decent people. We've had decent people in the administration. So those things get covered up because you got
Yeah,
decent people. When you
yeah,
got decent
yeah.
people who have decent people working in places
That are truly
that can
trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That
exactly right.
maybe they have their own little personal whatever, but for the most part, they're not trying to. Yeah, I feel you.
See,
That's real.
and here's my
He's
thing.
corrupt.
But here's my thing. There's two things I've seen he's great at. One is he's great at lying, and and I can't. But you know what? I can't even say lying because he does lie. But he also says what he's going to do, and he fucking does it. So, yeah, he may lie, but he also says, like they all said this before he even got in office, that this shit was gonna happen because he said this. But
Yeah.
what he's also really good at is breaking shit.
Mm.
Is
He
he's
don't
breaking shit
care.
because
That's
he does not care.
he does
He
not
does
give a
not
good god
care at
fuck.
all.